Today we have yet another figure haul, and bear with me since this haul has been taken over the course of a week, so you may notice that I have different hair or different clothing throughout the video, so just bear with me here. But without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. Now here we have more Nendoroids, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this segment, but you can probably tell that these have been sitting around for a while. From the various box types, with Yoko being in the new boxing style with no window, which I'm pretty sure Good Smile has already reversed those changes, but a lot of the early 2025 Nendoroids will be shipped out in this style. Yeah. I don't know. With Nendoroids, I collect them, and most of the time they stay in the box. I just don't really find time or really an occasion to unbox my Nendoroids. Hence why I've been slowing down on buying them. But I'm still very happy to add these into the collection. Now, amongst these Nendoroids, Vivanshi is my most recent one. I have been wanting to get a figure of her for a while. Definitely one of my most favorite character designs in Fate Grand Order. I think I'm pretty content with her Nendoroid. It is a really good Nendoroid. I really do like the colors of the hair and her dress and everything, and she does come with some pretty amusing faceplates. And she even comes with her fetish, the hammer and chisel, the voodoo set. So she's a really nice Nendoroid. Now for the Yoko Nendoroid, she did get a re-release. So as a person who his formative years was defined by Gurren Lagann, I really just had to pick her up. Yoko definitely was more of a spur of the moment pick for me. I really do love that she came with the sunglasses and the sniper rifle, and I have my particular pose which I liked, and I'll find a place on my shelf for her. God, I'm actually not quite sure how to describe her. I keep forgetting, because it's like Fate Grand Order has so many versions of Artoria that I lose track, but this one I believe is Artoria Lancer Alter, I think. But anyway, we're just gonna call her Lancer. Lancer is great. She did come with Dun Stallion, her steed, with the skull mask. I'm a sucker for Nendoroids that have more pieces than just themselves. The fact that she does come with a horse makes her that much better. And she does have a good amount of post-wolf parts. Nothing out of the ordinary, but still a great pickup, at least for me. Especially since I wish I had the money to buy Artoria Lancer by QSQ, the scale figure of her, but it is kind of out of my budget, my figure budget, so we'll see if that grill figure will ever be collected. Now moving on, we have a Mega House figure, and these figures are Yu-Gi-Oh, as you can see from the box, specifically Blue Eyes White Dragon. And this is, I believe this is a new line of figures by Mega House called Megatoon. And I believe the concept is the, is like the original Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but in like that Toon World art style from like the, what was it, Duelist Island with Pegasus and his Toon World card sets. At least I think that is the inspiration for this product line. And I thought that they were gonna be similar size to Nendoroids, but not gonna lie, at least what I see from the packaging, This Blue Eyes White Dragon is looking a lot larger than I anticipated. I wasn't expecting anything spectacular, especially at Megatoon's price range of around $30 to $40 US. But this, I love this figure. Even for me as a longtime Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I was never really quite sure what color Blue Eyes White Dragon was supposed to be. Was he like supposed to be a silver color, white, blue, light blue? Like, depending on the artistic depiction of Blue Eyes, he always looked different. But I feel like this figure captures the best of both worlds of how Blue Eyes White Dragon is depicted. With this silvery light blue colorway, this white reflective look. It's a very, very nice looking figure, and he does still have those piercing blue eyes. In this toon form, he is just absolutely adorable. If you really want a affordable Yu-Gi-Oh figure to just add to your collection, this is a very good option. In April, they are supposed to be releasing Red Eyes Black Dragon, which I also have pre-ordered. So I'm very excited to see where the Megatoon line ends up, because this is a very impressive figure. Now here we have yet another Maid, really getting into my Maid era here. This specific one being Arisu. Maid version. And, yeah, more Luke Archive, right? And now I just need to figure out how to open this box. Oh, opens from the bottom. Yeah. And this box, I really do love this box. They really went above and beyond with designing this, the box artwork. There we go. That should be released now. Oh, wow. From what I can see, Goodsmile did a really good job on her. Ooh, felted base. I have been back and forth so many times with this pre-order right here. Aris, I really do love Aris's design from Blue Archive, and especially her Maid form. When her prototype pictures came out, at that moment I thought I needed this figure. But as time went on and my Blue Archive mania started to dissipate a bit, I started getting second thoughts. But thankfully, I never pulled the trigger on canceling this pre-order, and I'm so happy I have this figure now, because she is just absolutely adorable. Her salutes, the kind of off-center posing. I don't really have a lot of figures that look kind of clumsy yet put together as this figure. I'm just really a big fan of the pose. The way her foot is propped on the mop and her holding it so daintily while also looking like she's about to fall over because of how her right foot is positioned. This figure has so much character. I'm just really impressed. Goodsmile Company really brought it with this figure. Ah, man, and her face just looks immaculate. I don't know if I'll be collecting all of the Maids, but this definitely will complement my procurement of several Saber Maids so far. Now here's one of the bigger boxes in the haul, and you know, surprisingly, this one is supposed to be a 1/8 if I remember correctly. But yeah, Goodsmile just really wanted to send this figure in a incredibly large box. And man, this is gonna be I don't know how to pronounce this, but Cuirassier Noir, aka Saber Alter on a motorcycle. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is a impressive motorcycle. Now here we have yet another Saber Alter. At this point, I'm really starting to stack up on the amount of Sabers I have in my collection. But this is a re-release of a very sought-after version of Saber, and that's Shinjuku Saber Alter. From it is a particular story in F-Go that deals with Shinjuku, Japan, and Saber Alter is in her street clothes. So this figure was going pretty nuts in the aftermarket. You could see her selling for up to $300 US or more, depending on whether or not she was brand new. It does come as sort of a surprise that Good Smile re-released her, and I am very happy for that, because I wouldn't have been able to get her any other way without really abusing my wallet. And this figure, even though this is one of the older figures, and by older I think it's like late 2000s, I have to check that, she still looks amazing. If you're a Saber fan, you're eating with this figure, because Good Smile really did a great job on her hair sculpt and her face sculpt. They really captured the intensity of the scene, and how dynamic the figure is amazing as well. Her hoodie is just flying in the wind, and the angle at which the figure is at, I mean, it's reminiscent of the Akira slide, but the angle, it does put a little bit of fear in me that it is at too deep of an angle. But I haven't heard any horror stories about people's figure leaning drastically, so I'm probably in safe hands. Overall, it's just a fantastic figure. And if you're able to still get it for a relatively good price, it's still a worthwhile figure for a Fate Grand Order or Saber stan. Now, it has been a long time since I've unboxed a Overlord figure, but here we go. We have Narberal from, as I said before, Overlord. And this is another Sobin design. You might have realized that is the same illustrator that was responsible for the design of Lupus Regina, an alter figure that I unboxed a couple of videos ago. And I was really impressed by the character design of that figure. And of course, Narberal was on my radar after that, but her aftermarket price was pretty ridiculous, so I wasn't going to pay those prices on the aftermarket. But luckily, she got a re-release, and honestly, I didn't expect her to get a re-release, but it honestly makes me feel bad for those that did buy her when her aftermarket was so high. Because, and honestly, this figure is the reason why I stopped buying aftermarket figures. Now I really stick to either pre-owned at a really good deal, sale figures, and pre-orders of characters that I really, really enjoy. Because I don't think no one actually wins by buying an aftermarket figure, except for, of course, the seller, maybe. But, oh man, I would hate to be that guy. Now, putting Narberal together was definitely a pain in the ass. The vines are kind of hard to connect into the connecting parts. Like like there is a piece in the roses that's supposed to connect to the vine that's extending up her staff, but it's just very well hidden in the bed of roses. So getting it connected does take some precision. But once everything is put together, I can see why this was a very sought out figure, because she is a work of art. They really did a great job bringing Sobin's illustration to life with this figure, just like Lupus Regina. Alder just seems to love recreating the illustrations of the maids sitting on perches in figure form, and they do a great job at doing it. Each individual rose is sculpted to amazing detail. They look amazing. It's very, very well done. The vines wrapping up around the staff is also a great touch and really connects the roses to her weapon. I really do love that design. Narberal herself is just amazing as well. I mean, I really do love her stockings, her fishnets that are really giving a nice squeeze to her leg. And with that, thank you very much for joining me on this anime figure haul. If you liked what you saw, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya!